Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Tone's Market Analysis for Sunday. I believe it's like June 24th or 25th, 25th already. All right, time kind of just flies by. All right, I know I'm up against WCN, a 1 millionth view. They're going live. That's okay. I want to start doing these earlier. I know I have a lot of European viewers that have been asking me to make sure I do these earlier in the day so they can watch it live. They don't have to watch it the next day. So here we go. Wait, am I screen sharing yet? I'm not screen sharing, am I? Trying to set up here. Let's see. Okay. So no, I have my camera on. All right. I need to do screen share, right? Because we're about to talk market analysis. So let's go ahead and do that. All right. Let's do the screen share. Hey, I don't have anyone helping me with questions today, so please don't ask questions yet. Wait for my cue. I'll ask for live questions towards the end, and then I'll take a look. I'll turn my camera on, and I'll take a look at the Google Hangouts chat for your questions. My travel schedule. I'll be in LA. I'll be in LA speaking July 22nd. And then maybe I'll make my way up to San Francisco. I wasn't going to travel this summer at all because of the user-activated soft fork. But then I thought everything was going to go smoothly. And now maybe things won't go so smoothly. So let's get on with the analysis, and then I'll get to that. But either way, I'll be in LA speaking on July 22nd. And then I'll see how quickly I'll be coming home, or I'll stay on the West Coast a little bit. All right. Traditional markets, we are still in this box. We had a nice day taking us out of the box. Then we had a bad day taking us back into the box. And now we're back in this box. The way markets work is, I've been saying it every time, you don't get an entire summer to get out at the high. That is not how markets work. Without a doubt, I am absolutely certain the stock market is going higher. We're nowhere near a stock market high. Get ready for the stock market to go higher. Okay. Here's the weekly chart for just an idea of how high the market can go. My next target is all the way at 2,660 area, and we're probably going to go higher than that. Okay. So I remain very bullish the stock market. There's really not much else to say. Summer is usually a bit slow, but another earnings season is coming up. Gold. Here's the daily chart of gold. And I've been talking about gold being out of sync a little bit. Gold has a bit of a problem. The gold daily was flashing bullish signs. The gold weekly was flashing bearish signs. It's kind of in between. It's very, very interesting that this drop ended on a 9. It actually ended on a perfected 9, calling. So this is what this 9 means. I've been showing you guys this indicator more and more. Here's the interpretation of the 9, at least my interpretation of the 9. Many other people have different interpretations. So what this 9 means is you've had a bearish trade ever since this number 2. Oh, I can now do this. Someone taught me a neat trick. I can hit, sorry guys, I'm outside and like sirens and anyway, it was all quiet 10 minutes before I started this podcast. The moment you start the podcast, you got sirens everywhere. You got everyone cutting grass. It's you know, the way life always works. So the way I interpret this 9 right here, you would have been short since this 2 right there, right around here actually. You would have been short, and this 9 would have told you to take profit right there. And now we are on a 1 to 4 day dead cat bounce to most likely resume the bearish trend. But this green 1 should signal that you should now be in cash, and then you can always take on another bearish trade or a bullish trade. So right now, this was the Friday candle, and it told you that you should be in cash on the gold daily chart. Now here's the gold weekly chart. The gold weekly chart is in the moment in no man's land. It broke above the trend line for a week and then went back below the trend line, went below this blue Fibonacci line, went back up above the Fibonacci line. Now it's like getting really squeezed right here between the Fibonacci and the trend line. And let's see how it goes. The moment gold falls below 1220, probably below 1200, it becomes a monster short. And I mean a monster short. It's going to get ugly real bad. So if it can hold it, if gold can hold this area and work its way back up and somehow get above 1300, it could become an awesome long play. But the moment it gets below 1200, it becomes just a monster short play. And while it's in between 1200 and 1280, I would not touch it. I have no clue what the hell gold's going to do. It's, for me, it's in a complete no trade zone. All right, let's close gold. Oil is, it's a little bit oversold at the moment, but there's no telling how low oil can go. I'm not expecting oil to be $100 a barrel, possibly ever, but never is a long time. There could always be shortages, there could always be more wars, and the dollar can always start to inflate, but I don't see that anytime soon either. All right, the euro has been in no man's land for about a month, and that's also not very normal. I still think the euro is going to have a bit more life in it because of the German election and Merkel getting reelected, and then it's going to get real ugly real quick for the euro. Same thing, the pound seems to be getting uglier at the moment. This double top, I do not believe this double top is going to hold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab an arrow. I'm going to make it green. And the moment we get a weekly close above this right shoulder high, the euro will probably strengthen against the pound. And there may be a bullish trade here. Maybe I'll throw it on. We'll see. All right, let's save that. Okay, here's Bitcoin. Bitcoin really got me pissed off yesterday. It really, really did. So yeah, that wasn't bad. It took me about 20 minutes to get to Bitcoin, trying to do the traditional markets in 15 minutes, and Bitcoin in 15 minutes, and then get to your questions. Yeah, Bitcoin in 15 minutes, and then maybe my general thoughts on the crypto environment, and then I'll get to your questions. Please don't ask questions yet. I don't have anyone compiling questions for me. I'm not even sure how many live viewers do I have. I only have 180 live viewers right now, guys. So I guess people are enjoying their weekend. Okay, so here's the weekly chart. And yeah, it's a little bit toppy, but it's okay. And this week started off really strong, but then this week really fell off a little bit, okay? And right now, Bitcoin, to me, is in a bit of no man's land. So it's in a wait-and-see mode. No one knows what's going on. I think SegWit2x is bad, is really, really bad. Like, we need SegWit in any way we can get it. So I am kind of tolerating SegWit2x as long as it gives us SegWit. But after that, well, let's see what I say after we get SegWit, right? So, to be honest with you guys, I don't know what to think. I just want to walk away from Bitcoin right now. I'm not selling it, but like it's a bit of a scary time. It really, really is. Because no one knows what the hell is going on. There are no competent developers programming SegWit2x. The core developers are not on board with the idea. It's kind of bad, really, really bad. But hey, the price is being held up, so that's good. All right, there's really not much to say on the weekly chart. It's good that we had a down week. In prior times when we had a few down weeks, it led to some monster rallies. So it's possible that once we get through the August troubles, there could be another 7, 8, 9 week rally that can take Bitcoin to like $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a coin, which would be awesome. Okay, let's zoom in here. Let's see what's going on the numerics. Okay, so here we are in the numerics, right? We had this 9 2 weeks ago. The moment we were forming this 9, I informed all of my followers that it's time to take some profit. The Bitcoin bullish run may be coming to a bit of a hold, okay? The same thing I would have said on this 9, and the same thing I would have said on this 13, but I wasn't like showing you guys this indicator at the time, okay? So hindsight's always 20/20. Okay. So this week is going to end in about 7 hours, okay? So I think it's safe to say that we will not close below this red line, okay? And because we're not going to close below this red line, there is no reason to long-term be worried about Bitcoin and go to cash, okay? And that also means I'm going to move this line up. I'm going to move her up right there. Okay, that looks pretty clean. Okay, so so this is for next week. I'm already thinking ahead, right? So I'm already looking ahead. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if next week is going to be huge. Next week is going to be the make or break week for SegWit. Next week, not this week. Next week. Okay, which starts in about 7 hours. Huge. If let me get the exact number here. And I'm looking at the weekly Bitstamp, so adjust to your exchange accordingly. 25.30. We closed at 25.30. So this red line, coordinates, 25.30. 25.30. Boom. Next week needs to not close below this line. If next week closes below 25.30 on Bitstamp, it could be trouble. Could be trouble. Okay, so we got to stay above this line. Got to stay above this line. Okay, this week we're good. This week we're good. I'm not expecting much the rest of today. Okay, it's Sunday. It's a nice day in most of the world. Nothing's gonna happen. Okay, so this is for next week, guys. Got 7 more days to go. So what does this 9 mean? This 9 means a 1 to 4 week pullback. We are on week 2 of a 4-week pullback, but we want to stay in the green. You want these numbers in the green, okay? The week after next week is going to be real tricky because we're going to have to close above 2,900. But we're going to have lots of clarity on SegWit in 2 weeks, okay? So we got plenty of time to get there. But right now, this is what the long-term weekly trend is telling us. It's telling us that next week's close will need to be above 25.30. Otherwise, you may want to consider going to cash in your tradable position. Okay? I'm not doing this. I don't trade Bitcoin, okay? I just hold Bitcoin. But your tradable position, if next Sunday, a week from today, close under 25.30, you may want to consider going to cash and writing it out, okay? Let's take a look at the Brave New Coin Liquid Index. It will update in about 7 hours. Today's candle isn't in yet. There's really not much here. I'm just keeping an eye on it because of the certain things I drew on it. Let's just go straight to the daily. This is the daily Bitfinex chart, okay? We are still pulling back. This yellow line, we came back close to this yellow line, guys. I'm going to zoom in on the daily. Let's see what's going on. I haven't been tweeting much about the price of Bitcoin because the last 5 to 7 days, there really hasn't been all that much. And I'll talk about the hourly chart in a minute. But so this yellow line, I should adjust it a little bit now that I zoomed it in. So this yellow line should be, where's the close here? 23.95.50. That's close enough. 23.95.5. 23.95.5. Boom. All right, there's your yellow line, okay? You don't want to close below this yellow line. We closed below this yellow line once, right here, okay? Because I drew it when we were at the top, okay? Let me adjust this little baby here. Right there, okay? A little lower. There we go. All right. We closed below this yellow line one time, but, and this is a big but, it came off a reversal hammer candle with this nice long wick. These nice long wicks have been very favorable to Bitcoin. You see it right here, see it right there. You know, you see it right here. These nice long wicks have been very favorable. They create these hammer candles. So this was definitely a reversal candle. It came from the reversal zone of between the green and the pink. The problem is the next time you come back to the green and the pink, you want to clearly be above this low. And we can still get to this green and pink and make a lower low. Maybe not lower low, but it'll be tricky. I don't like double bottoms, guys. You really don't want to close below this yellow line. You really, really don't. I mean, things start to get a little messy, okay? And let's see what the numerics say. Okay, so this indicator, let's read into it, okay? This 9 here told you to take some profit, okay? This red 1 told you to go to cash. This never told you to go short. Now, I know what this indicator is telling me. A lot of you guys are very new to it, and some people have been calling me up for a private consulting session to go through it with them one-on-one and send them my script so they can kind of read into it on their own. So this is my time to pitch the Tone Vase 1-hour consulting service at 0.1 Bitcoin per hour, okay? So this red candle here, this guy, told you to potentially go to cash. You were never told to short Bitcoin. And right here on this number 3, right there, number 3, the indicator told you to go long your trading position in Bitcoin. Right here on number 9, oops, come on, there it is. Neat trick, by the way. Thank you, whoever told me that, to set up. So I hit the control button and it does that little circle thing. So this right here, 9, told you to take some profit from your long position. This one right here told you to consider going to cash. And then you're staying in cash. And then right here on this 3, you're going short. And then right here on this 1, you're going to cash. And right here on this 3, you went long. And then right here on this 1, you went back to cash. And today, there was a potential short play. Okay? So this is not good, guys. Not good. This indicator has told you to short Bitcoin, which is a little scary. I don't like it. I really don't like it. Okay? But it is also one exchange. I would love to do this on an index, but unfortunately, the Brave New Coin Liquid Index only updates once a day. Okay, which is unfortunate. But this indicator really told you to short in the middle of the night last night, but it has then pulled back up. So you're sitting on a losing position. Let's see what tomorrow brings. I personally would not short Bitcoin. I would either be in cash or long, okay, on my trading position. Shorting Bitcoin is a very dangerous proposition, along with shorting anything else. All right, so what are you doing here on a daily Bitcoin chart? I would do nothing. I would just wait, okay? I would wait. Let's go to hourly. So I tweeted this out. Nope, not that. I tweeted this out, okay? I really thought that we are, oh, where's my mouse? I really thought that right here, we are imminent to get back to 2770 on Bitfinex, and then start to knock out all of these targets one by one as it gets back to new all-time highs. It was all set up nicely. And then this happened. And I'm going to zoom in on this. You guys, oops. You guys can pause the video and read this. Okay. So, look. Running SegWit2x code is very scary. It's very scary for everyone. It should be scary for miners. It should be scary for the industry. It should be very scary for users. And it should be scary for speculators. Because no one competent is writing that code. Absolutely no one. And I don't care if they all hate me. I really couldn't care less. At this point, I don't care if everyone hates me in the space. Because, look, I took a stand against the scam of Ethereum. I took a stand against all the ICO scam, against all of the ICO bullshit. The only thing I care about is Bitcoin, and the only thing I care about is what's best for Bitcoin. I have never been a millionaire in my life, and there are like 1,000 millionaires from the Ethereum scam and all the other ones, right? So it is pissing me off. I'll be lying if I didn't say it didn't piss me off, okay? It pisses me off. So the only thing I care about at this point is Bitcoin. And I don't care who I call an idiot. I don't care who I call a scammer. The only thing I personally care about is what's best for Bitcoin, because what's best for Bitcoin is best for the price of Bitcoin, which is best for my financial position. So honestly, that's the only thing I care about. I don't care about my political views. I don't care about my social views. Like it's all completely irrelevant. Completely irrelevant, right? Like here. So this is I'll be speaking in Prague in October, by the way. Do they have a link to the event? Do I have a link to the event? Picture, let me go to my Twitter. Is it even on my Twitter? No, it's fine. I'll go here. Congress, Parallels, Police, 17. Oh, I'll do one better. I'll do two of them. Look, here's an event. Go to speakers. That's my picture. I don't care. I don't care what people think. I don't care about their opinion of me at this point, right? I care about one thing. I care about what's best for Bitcoin. So I am seriously taking a stand on what's best for Bitcoin, right? And that's my view on things, right? Like I don't care that for the rest of time, if you Google Tone Vase images. Well, maybe I shouldn't do that. I might actually reveal a little too much because I'm logged into my own You know what? Let me not do that, right? If you go to tone-based images, this image actually comes up. I'll have to live with this image the rest of my life. And you know what? And I don't care, right? Because I'm doing what's best. I'm doing what's best for Bitcoin. And what's best for Bitcoin is me explaining what the hell SegWit2x really means. And I went at it on the last video, so please check that out as well, okay? I'm at, why does this always come up? At 300 viewers right now, all right? My record is 700 live viewers. We're not going to 2 megabyte blocks, okay? Please watch like the Bitcoin group where I argued with Jimmy Song over this. It doesn't matter who signed that agreement, okay? There is nobody competent that's going to program the 2 megabyte hard fork. And going to 2 megabytes is very contentious, and it's going to create 2 Bitcoin. And I don't want 2 Bitcoin, okay? If SegWit2x manages to get SegWit through BIP141 or in any other way, great. We'll have SegWit. We'll start testing Lightning Network and all this stuff, okay? And I'm expecting it to be fine. But I'm not expecting 2 megabyte blocks anytime soon. If people are actually running SegWit2x code, people are gonna get really worried about the security of Bitcoin, because the security of Bitcoin rests with core developers. And all of these attempts to hard fork Bitcoin into bigger blocks, all they are is to fire core developers. If core developers leave, I'm leaving the space. I'm not going to join Ethereum. I'm not going to join any other scam coin. It's going to be Bitcoin or it's going to be nothing. It's either going to be Bitcoin or blockchains didn't work. They just didn't work, okay? So it really is that simple sometimes. Don't overcomplicate things, okay? So now let's get back to the hourly chart. When we were not able to break above this line, and instead the market started to panic and made these lows, it created a bit of a problem. If we get back below this yellow line, we can get back into trouble real quick. I mean, this really was almost like the last line of defense right here. Last line of defense right here, okay? So a little tricky, a little tricky right here, okay? We got to get back up because people are getting nervous. And I'll tell you why people are getting nervous. Because people like me decided to stop screaming, to stop advocating for the user-activated soft fork. I started to relax. I thought that we were out of the woods, and perhaps we're not out of the woods, okay? So I'm starting to slow. I'm still long Bitcoin. We're still okay, but some doubt is starting to creep in, okay? So my advice is for everyone to read this great article right here. I believe it's in my description of the video. The user-activated soft fork is winning the chicken game, but not the way its supporters expected, okay? Like, the SegWit2x is an alpha. If people can run BIP91 and signal for SegWit2x, that is the perfect scenario. The perfect scenario is people running BIP91, getting SegWit in there to avoid the August 1st confrontation, signal for SegWit2x, let SegWit2x be coded up, let it be exposed for the garbage code that it is around late August, early September. Let people forget about the 2x part of SegWit2x. And then we're going to go on a nice, smooth way of scaling Bitcoin safely with core devs, okay? If not, people are going to get nervous. If economic nodes actually start running SegWit2x, all my Bitcoin is going to be in cold storage, and either it's going to zero or wait till trouble starts, right? Bitcoin just can't go down. The Bitcoin network can't go down. And we recently learned, like someone tweeted at me the other day, the mempool is empty. This was all spam, guys. This was all spam. Oops. Oops. Where are we here? This was all spam. Blocks were never full. They were never full. It was all spam. It was just spam. This is normal conditions right here. Right here. You know, wallets are getting better at estimating your fees. And here's something else. Speaking of Bitcoin, shout out to Aaron, who remains on my top 3 journalist list. Good find right here. So go ahead and read that, guys. Pause the screen, do whatever. Go ahead and read that. It's so rare you get a retweet from me. Very rare. So it's I maybe do 1 or 2 retweets a week. I'm a huge believer in original tweets. But this deserved a retweet. Shout out to Aaron who found it. Good job, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Doing awesome work in the space. Kyle Torpy, you too, man. Shout out. So look, the hourly chart, I expected us to break. I expected us to break above. When we didn't break above, people are getting nervous. Traders aren't dumb, right? If SegWit was a shoo-in, we would be at all-time highs by now. The fact that it's not at all-time highs means that people are still nervous over what's going to happen in August. SegWit is not guaranteed yet. And but because we're still above this low, because we're still above 2,000, it means that the hard forkers aren't in control either, and it means that there's also a low possibility that the hard fork's coming. Everyone is completely clueless right now, okay? Now, Litecoin is now back in play a little bit, but look, here's the weekly chart of Litecoin, and you are on a bearish candle. That is a shooting star candle coming in at a slightly lower high. This is weekly candles. That was a monster week for Litecoin. I've been calling for it with my symmetric triangle. You guys all saw it in the tweets. And I told people to take your profits. You got your move. You got your move. Take your profits. Go to cash. Take a break, okay? Do I dare throw the numerical indicator on this? Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wow. Was that a 9? Let's see. I don't think I've ever used a numerical indicator here. Let's see. Oh, what a surprise. Look at this. What a surprise. There's your 9. Boom. Okay. There's your 9. Oh, and there's your 13. So you see this 13 with an up arrow? That means the bearish trend came to an end. That's what the 13 means. Ignore this 12 and 13. They should not be here. This is one of the bugs that I don't know how to eliminate. It's a bug in my indicator. Haven't had time to look into it. These should not be there. They're erroneous. This 13 is legit. This 13 came from this 9 right here. So you get this 9, and then you start the countdown to 13. So the 9 told you to take some profits. This 2 told you to re-enter your short position. This 1 told you to go to cash. This 3, oh, sorry, I should do this. This told you to take your profits off your short. This told you to go back in your short. This told you to go to cash. This told you to go back to short position. This told you to take your short profits right here on the 13. This right here told you to go to cash. This right here told you to go long. And this right here, these are weekly candles, told you to take your profits. And what a surprise, the trend ended on a 9, okay? You had a 1 to 4 week pullback, 1, 2, 3, and 4 week pullback, and then boom, would go back up, okay? So this is actually telling you that to go long. So Litecoin may still have life against Bitcoin. This indicator on a long-term weekly chart is telling you to re-enter your long position. But in reality, I would be a little cautious. But this 2 right here is telling you to re-enter your long-term Litecoin long according to this 1 indicator. Okay, so just a heads up. More Litecoin. I guess since I'm taking donations in Litecoin, thank you for your donations, by the way. Though, if you check my QR code, not a single donation has come in Bitcoin in pretty much a week, almost a week. So, but thank you for your donations. At least thank you for thinking about it. I don't depend on donations, but thank you for those of you that do donate. And since I am taking Litecoin donations, I feel better about talking about Litecoin. Here's the daily chart. I told people to take your profit right around here. It's kind of consolidating. I still think there could be a little more of a pullback here, but it's up to you guys. I think it went up too far too fast. A little pullback, and then there could still be room to the upside. This is also Litecoin versus Bitcoin. Here's the daily chart. It's kind of a no man's land. The fact that it had so many highs probably means it's going to go higher against the US dollars. But for the time being, it also had a bunch of lows. I mean, it's a 50-50 shot. I told people to take your profits at 44. It's now at 42. You know what? I guess if you're still holding Litecoin, my unprofessional advice, the moment it gets below 41, I would consider taking the profit. Like, you can always get back in, guys. There's so much room, so much room. Once it gets back above here, you can re-enter your long position. Like, it's, if Litecoin succeeds, it'll be way over $100. You got plenty of room. Don't risk it. Okay, your downside right now is more dangerous than your upside potential. It's just the risk reward on Litecoin right now is not ideal, in my opinion. All right. On this note, I have about 350 viewers. I think I said everything I wanted to say about Bitcoin, especially with the user-activated soft fork. Please go check out some of these articles. This is another must-read article. Oh, no, sorry, not that one, this one. Another must-read article. I believe it's from Aaron again. Another shout-out, great work. Please check that out. Here's the latest on who's supporting SegWit2x. As long as not a single core developer is supporting SegWit2x, SegWit2x is a complete disaster, guys. Complete disaster. We just need SegWit. We just need SegWit. So check out these two articles. They're still my must-read. I don't think there's really anything over on Twitter that I have right now. Oh, you know what? Hold on. There was something interesting on Twitter. I haven't looked at an Ethereum chart in a while. I'm not going to pull up my Ethereum charts because, honestly, I really don't care. Oh, I heard Ethereum has... look, Ethereum is such a centralized cluster. Fuck, I'm trying not to curse. Like, anyway. I'm not surprised. I mean, so many people got so rich on Ethereum, especially the insiders that printed it for themselves. Remember, 72 Ethereum were created in a Genesis block. 12 million of that went to the insiders. 60 million of that went to those that participated in a crowd sale a year earlier. It's all discussed in my Crypto Scam podcast. I still haven't recorded part 2 when my guest was a no-show. I never, set up another guest. I need a guest. There's only like 3 people that I consider qualified to talk about Ethereum the way I want them to talk about Ethereum, and they don't really want to talk about it. I really don't care about Ethereum. I've always called it a scam from day one. Hold on a second here. So was that the tweet or not? I'm not sure. Yeah. So I don't know if this chart is true. I haven't looked at a chart in Ethereum in a while. If this is a chart, I mean, this is a cup and handle and handle and handle, and it's going to end ugly, folks. It's going to end ugly. Ethereum is not going to last. If Ethereum lasts, if Ethereum succeeds, then blockchains are kind of nothing. I mean, Ethereum can't succeed. It's not a technological innovation. So Ethereum succeeding long term is basically means that Bitcoin wasn't innovative and Bitcoin would not succeed. Well, like, both can't succeed, right? It's either going to be Bitcoin or it's going to be Ethereum. And if it's Ethereum, then I believe blockchains failed. Ethereum can easily be overtaken by numerous other platforms, whether it's Waves, whether it's Tezos that's coming out, whether it's God knows what else, whether it's EOS, Dan Larimer's thing. Oh, speaking of EOS, if Brock Pierce was responsible for this, great job, man. Shout out. People tweeted this at me. Yeah, pause it. Check this out. People tweeted this at me, and they're like, oh, my God, you have to expose this as a scam? I'm like, why? I'm not going to expose somebody being honest for running a scam. I mean, this is the most honesty I've seen from any project in an ICO space, other than Brock Pierce's, what do you call it? Blockchain Capital token, which is, to date, for me, probably the most honest ICO that's been out so far. And I really like this comment. One of these comments. Hold on. Let me highlight this. There's so much wrong with this deal that if I had addressed them all, my post would be as long as the terms and conditions. This reads scam, scam, and more scam. I welcome an explanation from the creators. I hope I see one somewhere. Now, I actually think that the terms and conditions are very honest, so I don't see a scam in the terms and conditions. Now, if you choose to buy the token, then you choose to buy the token. I choose not to buy this token, okay? Because the terms and conditions make it very honest. So my view on the situation is, as reading this, notice how this doesn't say what token it is. I would apply this to Ethereum itself. I would apply this to pretty much almost anything. Bancor, I don't know, name your favorite ICO. I'd probably apply it to that, right? But if you're honest with your terms and conditions, then you're honest with your terms and conditions. Don't buy the coin. Then don't buy the token, right? You're going to try and get rich quick. You're going to end up losing it all because you don't know which one is going to break the camel's back. And Ethereum is going to grind to a halt again with every ICO. And then eventually it'll grind to a halt and not come out of it. All right. At this point, I'm going to stop sharing screen, guys. And it's time for your questions. I'm not going to